for our lovely new moon, we have some amazing times. Now, the 5D collective, very different than those who are one note, one focused, or organized. 5D is a oneness consciousness person, which would be an individual who's creative as well as enamored. So that intelligence that wanders doesn't actually need a sense of identity. So being able to know that spirituality, consciousness, modern science, or just the human elements, sciences, educators, they all come together and represent what is that lovely human experience. So when you need a sense of identity that goes beyond what you are physically embodying, of course, there's a way that you're going to remain focused on other stuff. It's funny because I was watching a very beautiful interview, which I'm going to watch again so that we can have an episode on it. And I think the name of the what is he? I don't know what his title is, but he's another beautiful person who supports the mental health community. And I say beautiful, they're all beautiful, but some support with empowering information. And this person, he explains very well how your nervous system works. So he gives the entire explanation that actually will serve people versus your survival nervous system blocks your spiritual awakening. So this is why separating spiritual awakening from your actual human experience creates not confusion, a sense of identity. When you understand that all trauma is relational, and that's because you begin life as everybody with an attachment system and a defense system, and that's an embodied brain too, by the way. And then you understand the proximity with the individual who has a nervous system as well, and individuals in the whole household. And when you understand that we are vibration because we actually have nerves. I mean, I feel sometimes if I drink too much coffee, there's ways you can basically break it down, the human experience with all of those other subject matters. So when you bring it all together, instead of keeping them separate, what do we have? We have Human 101. And no, we don't need the stories from the 4D collective about the aliens or supernatural entities, which is why we go beyond spirituality. We go beyond consciousness. We go beyond the sciences. What does this mean? It means that you're a creator. You can use your head to use left and right and be able to sit in the unknown, meaning that right says, yeah, I see A, B, C, D. They're different subject matters, but they don't have to cancel each other out. It is the ones who use a predominant left brain, chit-chatter, that don't allow information to sit together, and they need to figure out, because that's how the left brain, it organizes, breaks things down. In fact, the magical thing is when you look at the masculine and feminine energy, not only you are masculine and feminine from the spirituality concepts and metaphysics, esotericism, but when you understand how this lovely brain works, and thank you, Daniel Siegel, the left mode of your brain is like the masculine energy, breaking everything down to the little bitsy pieces so it can figure stuff out. And the right instead creates the relationality, as allowing all the little bits and pieces to stay together. But the right actually doesn't break things down. It's okay with the unknown. However, your body needs to be okay with the unknown too. And that's the part of why neuroscience is awesome, when they say, people who achieve throughout the eons and eons, shamanism and deities and everything, there's different groups that are studying all of it, and the common 4 traits that take place are selflessness, timelessness, effortlessness, richness. So personally, I've known pretty much these feelings for a long time, and that's why I was always wondering, what's the big deal with yoga? What's the big deal with breathing? What's the big deal with sitting in silence? Why would I want to sit in silence? And that's where the inner growth mindset is one that a person who's inclined to be a love button will have used. So my lovely 10 percentile is here. We got another 20%. They just recently got here. We've been talking about that. So on this lovely new moon, what I know is that it's amazing, because spirituality awakening is not awakening. It's just you being able to choose if you want to become your true self, which is the more optimized. No, it's an emotionally mature human being, because your right brain mode is where all that implicit memory comes up in the sensation. So you really are just creating a relationship with this thing called body. Now we can venture off into consciousness sphere, but before you even venture off into that one, that's the whole point. Mastering your own self, there's like, what is it? What's his name? The quote from I forget what his name is, Mio. Anyways, the one about if you can master yourself, Sao Lao? No. See, my brain. I don't remember stuff like that. But there's that one saying, if you can master yourself, you know everyone. Yeah, mastering yourself means your personality, yeah, but not the personality. Actually, how you're behaving. And this dude that is a therapist, neuroscientist, I'm not sure, but he explains so well how your nervous system in survival mode is affecting the way you think. So this is the beauty of having certain types of people get interviewed, although I actually am not very patient with the interviewee's methodology because it feels like I'm in a very, very container little box. So I'm like, yeah, I'm happy I'm a 5D ooh lady pseudoscience because I would not want to be doing podcasts like that. But I know there are a lot of people that need that organized format because they use it predominantly left brain mode, and so that's how they learn. And I know they're getting really great information. I'm not attracted, nor do I sit through it all. I really would like to just fast forward and get the little bits and pieces, which I won't be able to. So I'll just have to sit through it again and wait till the time comes to then write my notes and bring the gist to it. So 5D Collective right now is feeling pretty high because we see a lot of great educators informing us of how to be a human 101 and move out of teenage land. Teenage land is actually adaptive children. So emotionally speaking, there's an immaturity and insecurity. In fact, they don't harness their mind and move into integration of the brain. And that's because they choose, well, we have plenty of movies that allow drama to be what seems to be the norm, and people like stereotypes and trending topics. In the meantime, luckily, the trending topics are spirituality, they are consciousness, and it involves also neuroscience. So we can know that people are going to move into that heaven in the body, as I had learned about a long time ago. So I'm actually on a high. It's been a while because I was always wondering, okay, I know it's not going to be 3 different globes, 4D Collective, who keeps saying, nobody's going to see you if you're 5D. And I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody can see me. I don't have the cloak of invisibility. And on that note, this is where the sense of identity, another note is that if you need a story, it's because you don't know your own story. An inner child needs a story. To feel seen, to feel soothed, to feel safe, to feel secure, it's called self-empowerment. Your name is yourself. Being yourself in a way that is of an adult means that I can face you while you're pretty much doing anything you want, as long as it's not physical. Physical, I will move away so that I can be safe. But what I'm saying is when people get agitated, when people use words, even when people begin to get in a specific state, which, I mean, the reality is if you're actually, well, that's where you know your journey. But I've pretty much been good at keeping space and understanding when to back off and to then try to recalibrate situation, which is the 5D Zen Master Collective. That's why we build mindful relationships, and we do know that intimacy is the core and that we don't fix people because nobody's broken. We also know that trauma is resolved by a person because it's their sensations, it's their body, it's their relationship. So your body and mind, it's your relationship. There's a lot of different ways people have been talking about it. I'm happy to add to it and say, yeah, spirituality, spiritual awakening, metaphysics, all the ways people that are woo-woo like me, it's about human 101 for one. And so if you're able to grow your friendships, that's an indication that you're moving towards your adulthood. If you're canceling people, you have not moved into learning how to harness the emotional body yet, which is something that you can learn if you want. You don't have to move into a window welcome. You can stay in a window of tolerance. There's plenty of groups, and I'm sure we're going to keep seeing the groups because some people, they want everybody to be the same while saying, no, we don't want everybody to be the same, yet they find a sense of identity and want to lock themselves up in it. So the free thinkers, creators, we actually use subject matters for what they are, and it's in a Mahasamadhi relationship, independent. So spirituality again, human 101, same thing. Consciousness pretty much tells you a lot about the brain, and to Tune in for more. We get to talk about relationships on the episode because those are the ones we love to tango with and to dance. And I hope you have a wonderful day.